friends, it is Kate here. Thanks so much for joining me today. This is a little bit of a test. I've never done a live class on here before, and so I do not know how successful or not successful it's going to be. In fact, I've been trying to kind of finagle this all morning here. It's probably been about 2 hours. I've been messing with my camera and this little recording device that's supposed to track me. We will see how it goes. Maybe it'll be fabulous and maybe I'll never want to do this again, but you never know until you try, right? Anyway, go ahead, arrive on your mat if you want to. We are just going to start in a nice easy seat. Roll the shoulders back, pull your low belly in, lift your head up a little higher, take a big deep inhale. Big breath out, and bring your chin to your chest. Think about lifting the back of your head up, lightly pressing the shoulders down, opening up across your chest. Take a nice big inhale, and roll your right ear to right shoulder. Imagine lifting your left ear up, pressing your left shoulder down. Take a big breath. Bring your chin back to chest, and opposite ear to opposite shoulder. I am lifting my right ear up, pressing my right ear down, just opening up along the side of the neck. Let your chin return to your chest, bring your gaze upright, take your hands high overhead, rotate the pinkies towards one another, grow a little taller up to your ceiling, take a big inhale, hands behind the head, elbows nice and wide. I lightly push my hands into my head into my hands, and I think about lengthening just a little bit more through the back of my spine. Take a nice big breath. Exhale, little twist right. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, little twist left. Inhale, look forward, pause. Press the elbows nice and wide. Take a small stretch over to the right. I think about poking my left elbow up, pressing my left sitting bone down to the ground. Take a big inhale. And now from here, think about cinching your waist, pulling yourself right back up. Same thing, other side. Lift one elbow high. Press your right sitting bone to the ground while you lift your right elbow up higher. Take a big breath. Exhale, go ahead, come up. Let that go, wiggle anything out, and we'll come to a small tabletop. Now, open up your palms a little bit wider, or your fingertips a little bit wider, and press your palms into the ground. You know what I'm probably going to say here. We do not want to dump into our Beyonce booty. We want to pull our navel to spine, broadening across the chest. Relax the head, relax the shoulders, and then extend your right foot behind you. Push your right heel back and find a little stretch to the back of the calf. Come back to center, bring that leg in. Same thing, other side. Extend the foot back. Press it towards you, behind you. Take a big inhale. Big exhale. One more time. I'm going to take my right foot behind me and pause. And I'll point my left toe to the wall behind me, stacking my hips and shoulders, finding a little modified side plank. Like I said, it's the morning for me, and I am just waking up, so I am really reaching my fingertips up, fanning as much as I can from the palm on the floor through the body out my fingers, and maybe letting my hand fall back behind me. Take a nice big inhale, big breath out. Circle your right hand overhead, and slowly return to your hands and knees. Navel to spine, chest open, extend the left foot behind you, and now this time point your right toe back behind you so we find our great big modified side plank to this side. I extend my fingertips up, I broaden across the chest, I wiggle, and then I take the hand high overhead and slowly return right back down. Let's wake up the spine just a little bit more with a simple cat and cow, rounding and arching at your own pace. How big, how small, how fast or slow you want is entirely up to you. Maybe it even feels good to lightly circle the head and tail around, both directions. Come back to your center and pause. Extend your right foot away from you. Pull the navel in. This time squeeze your thigh-butt connection point. Float your foot up. Point the toe at first. Really think about growing long from your ears, through your body, out your toe. Take a big deep breath. 5 tiny circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Reverse your circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Last time, reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Take a big breath. As you exhale, I want you to actively flex your foot. Push the heel away from your body. Pull the toes almost towards your kneecap. And we want our leg nice and parallel. So my toes are pointing down, my heel up to the sky. We'll do some small rotation through that lifted leg. I'm going to externally rotate my leg. That means lightly turning my knee and toes out. No, they turn out because the top of my thigh moves. And then bring your toes back down. Externally rotate the leg and bring it back to parallel. As much as you can, keep the rest of the body so still. Maybe think about wrapping the ribs in more, pushing away from the floor, almost lifting the back of your head up to the sky rather than the crown of the head. We don't want to strain our neck. Look down at the edge of your mat. This time, externally rotate the leg, pause. So I'm going to hold here and still pretend like someone has my ankle pulling it away, has my ears pulling it away, point my toe, and we're going to do tiny circles with our external rotation. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Knit the ribs, still your hips, squeeze your thigh, reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Last time, reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Take a great big breath. Flex your foot, rotate it back to parallel, low belly up and in, shoulders nice and broad, big, deep, full inhale. Set the foot down. Shake anything out, wiggle a little bit, extend your opposite foot. For me, that's my left. If you did the other side, no big deal. Press away from the ground, broaden across the chest, knit the ribs together. Squeeze your thigh butt connection point. Float your foot up and point your toe. No hurry, no rush, but pause for a moment, really turning on all the muscles through our body. I am pulling my navel to spine, almost like a hand is underneath my tummy, helping to support lifting it up and in. I'm lengthening through my low back. I'm squeezing my thigh so hard I could hold a pencil between my glute and hamstrings, and I'm actively stretching my toe as far away from me as possible. Tiny circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Last time, reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Big deep breath. Big sigh out. And then flex your foot. And again, right now we should be parallel. Heel up, toes down. Squeeze your thigh, trim your waist. Externally rotate the leg. Bring it back to parallel. That internal and external rotation, it's happening way up high in our ball and socket joint. I'm really moving as high as I can up in my hip, and because of that, my knee, my ankle, my toes then move in space. They're not the ones actually moving. 2 more times, externally rotate, bring it back to parallel. This time, externally rotate, pause, navel to spine, chest broad, point your toe, grow long from your head through your body, out your toe, tiny circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Last time, reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Knit the ribs, broaden across the chest, take a big breath. Go ahead and flex the foot, turn it back to parallel, and set it down. Knees can be together or apart, but sink back in a child's pose, crawl your hands away. Maybe tent your fingertips, getting a little wrist there, along the top of the wrists. Take a nice big inhale. Big breath out. Crawl your fingers away with like little spiders and press your sitting bones closer to the ground. From here, crawl your hands over to the right side of your mat and really fan open your left ribs. Stretch, lengthen, open up through the body, and then same thing other side. Crawl to your second side, push the hips down, lengthen, stretch, fan open your right ribs. Return to center, push yourself up, and go ahead and take a seat with your feet out in front of you. Once we arrive right here, Hands behind the thighs. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the head up. Imagine I'm standing right behind you and I'm holding your ears and helping to pull you up and away. Navel in, head lifts high. Take your hands out and away. Pretend like you've got a ball right here. Give it a big squeeze. It's so heavy. It's like you're holding one of those big medicine balls. Gently stomp into your feet. Cinch the waist. Slowly rock into a small Pilates C curve. Take an inhale, rock back, and hold. Now, friends, I hope we know what a Pilates C curve is, but if we don't, for me, it's kind of like if you were Glenda the Good Witch inside your beautiful pink bubble and you sat down, your spine would touch the circumference of that bubble. So we're not in a flat back. It's really that tipping off our pelvis, reaching our sacrum towards the ground beneath you. Cinch your waist. Hold your great big heavy present or your great big medicine ball and actively lift it up. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy. Turn on all your muscles. Exhale, pull it right back down in front of you. Inhale, lift your hands up. Exhale, pull it right back down in front of you. If you've taken classes with me before, you may have tried doing this Pilates C curve with a small stability ball behind your back. Honestly, that's my favorite way to do this exercise, but I know a lot of us don't have that at home. If you do have one at home, you could always grab it, put it right behind your sacrum. It's nice because it's a nice big tactile thing for us to push deeply into, to feel those deep muscles working. Last one, lift your hands up. Exhale, bring them down, pause. Flip your palms so they're facing towards the ground. Push down into an imaginary table beneath your palms. Navel to spine. Take an inhale, slide your fingertips out and away like a great big T. Exhale, pull them back together. Now, my friend, you do not have to take your hands out as wide as I do. And what I don't want to see is for anyone to take their hands behind you. That does not feel good in my body. Either right in line with your shoulders or gently in front is totally fine. Inhale, slide your hands across that table. Exhale, cinch the waist, pull the thumbs together. Inhale, slide the hands open and away. Exhale, cinch the waist, pull them back together. 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Last one, open. Exhale, close, pause. Flip the palms, press them together, reach your fingertips further away. Take a great big inhale, and then roll yourself up to a seat. Unravel your hands, lift them up over your head. Rotate your pinkies together, grow a little taller out of your waist. Take a big inhale. Exhale, big twist to the right. Inhale, unravel. Exhale, big twist to the left. Inhale, unravel. Flip your palms, push them all the way down to the ground. And then again, stomp your feet into the floor, but this time let's lay all the way back down onto our mat. Heels in line with sitting bones. Palms, take them off of your mat so they're a little bit wider. This helps to encourage our chest to stay nice and open. Tip your pubic bone, roll one vertebra at a time all the way up to the top of your bridge and hold. Squeeze your thut, that thigh-butt connection point. Maybe push your hips just a little bit higher. Take a nice big breath. Big sigh out. And then roll yourself down. Inhale, tip the pubic bone, lift one vertebra at a time to the top of your bridge. Roll all the way down. 3 more, rolling up, finding that bridge, and then soften all the way down. 2 more, up we go. Exhale down. Last one, up and hold. Trim your waist. Press down into the hole of both feet and use that feeling to lift the hips, to lift the pelvis just a hint higher. Take a nice big breath and roll yourself down to the mat. Wrap the ribs in. Feel your low back touch the ground. Take your hands behind your head, cradling your head and neck. Take a full breath. Without arching your back, curl head and chest up. I look over the horizon of my knees. I do not look up at the sky or down at my tummy, just gently over my knees. Take a big deep breath. Big sigh out. Another big inhale. Big breath out. From here, I want you to do 5 tiny micro crunches. We're going to take a big inhale. Exhale, tiny curl up, tiny drop down. Exhale, tiny curl up, tiny drop down. 3 more, little lift, little lower. 2 more, little lift, little lower. Last one, little lift pause. If you can, reach your hands out and away. If that is too much, we don't have to. You can keep your hands behind your head or just one. But otherwise, from here, swim your hands over your knees. And again, little tiny micro crunches, this time reaching long through the fingers. So I curl up, drop down. Exhale, curl up, drop down. 3 more, up and down. 2 more. Last one, lift pause. Take a big, deep breath. Big sigh out. Lower head, chest, hands down. Take a great big stretch. And then again, hands by our sides, shoulders nice and broad. Lift your hips up. Find the top of your bridge pose. Take a nice big breath. Exhale, pick up your right leg. If that's too much, you can just barely lift the foot off the ground, and that'd be perfectly fine. Set your right foot down. Exhale, pick up your left. Set your left foot down. Exhale, pick up your right. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, lift. 2 more down. Exhale, lift. At your own pace. Take it faster or slower than I am. Last set, one leg up, one leg down. Last leg up. Last leg down, pause, push your hips up a little higher, shoulders down the back, deep breath in, roll all the way down to the ground. Pull your knees into your chest, circle the knees around. I can see that my desk chair is in the little image there, and I'm going to scooch it in so you don't hopefully see it through the remainder of our thing. Like I said, first time doing a live stream, gotta find those little kinks, things that don't always go to plan. Either way, we'll come back up to a seat, shoulders back, head high, belly in. Both hands lift nice and high. Take the hands behind the head, elbows wide. We've already been here. Take a big breath. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, look center. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, look center, unravel. Reach your hands out in front of you, flip the palms so they're up to the sky, rotate from underneath your armpits, navel to spine. Try and bring the tips of the pinkies to touch. If they don't touch, it's okay. But from here, start to lift your hands up a little higher. Shoulders back, navel in, keep the palms even with one another. Take a big deep breath. Exhale, push the hands up to the sky without losing that rotation. Did you cave the chest in to force it? Maybe we lower the hands so we can keep our chest open. From here, another big inhale. Exhale, little push of the hands up. Inhale, drop. Exhale, little push of the hands up. Inhale, drop. 3 more, lift. Inhale, lower. 2 more, lift. Inhale, lower. Last one, lift, pause, belly button in, head high, smile. We love our arm work. Think about wrapping the tips of the shoulder blades together behind your body, while at the same time you draw the ribs together through the front. Take a nice big inhale, little pulses of your hands up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Belly button in, head lifts high. Pulse again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Last time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Take a big breath. Reach just a little bit longer. Big deep inhale. Big breath out. Can you keep the hands in place? The rotation the same, but I want you to take your hands nice and wide like a great big V. Exhale, pull the pinkies towards one another. Inhale, slide your hands open, palms facing up to the sky the whole time. Exhale, cinch the waist, pull them back. Inhale, open out and away. Exhale, pull it right back in. 3 more, open out and away. Exhale, right back in. 2 more, open. Exhale, close. Hold there, lift up a little higher, pull the navel to spine, take a big breath, and relax. Shake it out, wiggle. Let's lie on our side. Come down to your right side. I've got my shoulders, hips, heels all in one line. Lift up through the side tummy and really think about wrapping your abdominal muscles in. Now, if we feel like our tummy isn't lifting away from the ground, that's okay. When I say that, it's more about activating your obliques, those side tummy muscles, and it's just like I'm pulling them towards the middle of my body. I just don't want to flatten onto the ground without thinking about it. Stack everything nice and steady. Take a great big breath. Pick up your top leg. For me, that's my left. If it's the other one for you, that's okay. Give your foot a flex. Now again, we're in a parallel line right here. I want you to push through the leg, drive the foot down, exhale, pull it right back up. Push through the leg, drive it right back down, exhale, pull it up. 3 more, push it away, exhale, pull it in. 2 more, push it away, exhale, pull it in. Last one, bring it in, pause, hold. I've got a 90-degree angle, a little bend in my knee, and we're going to keep that, but I want us to externally rotate the leg, so it's like I'm just opening a page of a book, and then I close it back down. Externally rotate the leg, bring it right back down. Now you can take your hand to your hip so you know what's going on there. We could have our hand down in front of us, like a little kickstand, and that'd be fine too. Or you could extend it up to the sky. Oftentimes I like to have my hand up to the sky like this because it encourages my chest to stay open. 2 more times. Rotate open, rotate it back down. Last time, externally rotate, pause. Almost think about the back of your thigh, trying to reach back behind you, navel to spine, chest open. Hand can be wherever we want to, but again, we're going to straighten and bend the leg, this time keeping that external rotation. Push the foot away from the body. Exhale, cinch your waist, pull the knee back up into place. Push the leg away from the body. Exhale, pull the leg back up into place. 3 more, push it out and away. Exhale, bring it right back in. 2 more, push it out and away. Exhale, pull it right back in. Last one, out and hold. Go ahead, pause there, squeeze your thoughts, stack your hips one on top of the other. Take a great big breath. Take your leg back to parallel, and then external rotation. Leg back to parallel, external rotation. And remember, when we do that, just like when we were in our tabletop, it's happening way up high in our ball and socket joint. My knee, my ankle, my toes, they only move because the top of my thigh is. 2 more. Last time, take it back to parallel, pause, pull the navel in, point your toe, pretend like I am yanking your leg away from your body. Great big inhale. And then let's do teeny tiny circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause, reverse, almost stabilize to your bottom leg. I'm pushing the side of my right leg down into the ground, pause, reverse. And that activation of my right side is helping to stabilize my hips. Pause, last time, reverse, squeeze your thoughts, cinch your waist, smile, you love it so much. And then hold, take a big deep breath, relax, little pat on the tush. You are doing so incredibly well. And let's go ahead and go to our second side. Once you arrive on your second side, again, heels, hips, shoulders, all in one line. My side tummy is trying to lift up away from the ground, and I'm really kind of pulling my navel to spine. You can have your head lifted like I am right now, or just completely recline it on the ground, really whatever feels best. And sometimes I even hear from students, or I suggest to students, that you could put a little blanket or a towel underneath the side of your neck and shoulder if there's, some discomfort there. We don't want to be uncomfortable. Things can be working hard without being, strenuous for our neck. So take a moment and pause and just start by lifting up the leg. We have that bend in our knee. My knee is right in front of my hip. My side tummy is still pulling up and in. And then push the foot away from the body and then drag it right back. Push the foot away from the body, drag it right back. What do you want to do with your hand right now? Do we want to take it up to the sky? Is it better at the hip so you know what's going on there? Do you want it down in front of you like a little kickstand? There's no right or wrong. It's really whatever feels best for you and where you can feel the most strong and secure. 2 more times. Push the foot down and away. Bring it right back. Last time, push it down and away. Bring it back, pause. Now we're going to do that little open and close. So from here, I'm just going to externally rotate my leg, lift it up, and then bring it right back down. Now we might notice one side has a lot more range of motion or just feels a little bit more natural. That's normal. I don't like to say we have a good side and a bad side. We have a good side and a side of opportunity. One has more opportunity to grow, to stretch, to strengthen. It's okay. We're imbalanced creatures. You're never going to be perfectly even side to side. 2 more, rotate open, bring it back to parallel. Last time, rotate open, pause, shoulder down the back, relax your neck, relax your jaw, smile or glare at me. It's okay. Flex the foot, push the foot away from the body, and then trim the waist, pull it right back in. Push the foot away from the body. Exhale, cinch the waist, pull it right back in. 3 more, send the foot out and away. Exhale, cinch the waist, return. 2 more, send the foot out and away. Exhale, pull it right back in. Last one, reach it out, hold. Squeeze your thigh butt connection point. Almost push the top of your right hip, the top hip, gently forward, making sure we're squeezing the thigh. And then take your leg back to parallel and then externally rotate. Back to parallel, externally rotate. It can be at your own pace. Maybe you go a little faster than me, a little slower. But we want to keep our hips stable. We want to continue to turn on the center of our body. Beautiful job. And you know what's coming, our favorite, those tiny circles. Take your leg back to parallel, pause, point your toe. Before you go anywhere, it's like I am pulling your little ankle away from your body. Relax your neck, your face, squeeze your thigh, and then circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pause. Last time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Take a great big breath and then relax. Give yourself a little pat and roll to your back. One more time. Take your hands overhead. Hopefully you don't have plants in your way, but if you do, well, that's okay because I love plants. And hands behind the head, elbows nice and wide. Gently push your low back down into the mat. Point your nose to the sky. Take another big inhale. And again, curl head and chest up. We've already been here today. If it's too much to have our hands behind our head, or I'm sorry, to take our hands away from our head, you can keep them there. If we can move them out and away, let's again try. Cinch the waist, reach your fingers further away. Inhale, float your hands over your kneecaps. Exhale, push them down. Inhale, float your hands over your kneecaps. Exhale, push them down. Each time you push the hands down, envision there's peanut butter around you. It's so challenging to lift up and to bring them right back down. 2 more, inhale up, exhale all the way down. Last one, up, exhale all the way down, pause. Flip your palms, reach them towards your heels, slide away from your body, exhale, cinch the waist, pull it back. Really think about your oblique muscles, those side tummy muscles, helping to pull your upper arms back down to the sides of your ribs. Inhale, open, exhale, cinch the waist, close. 2 more, open, exhale, cinch the waist, close, and then let the head and chest fall to the ground. Walk the feet in, roll the shoulders back, nose to the sky, and find your bridge pose. Thigh is nice and engaged, tummy is wrapping in, push the hips a little higher, take a nice big breath, big sigh out. Slowly roll all the way down to the ground. Again, inhale, lift the hips up, find the top of the bridge, big deep inhale. Exhale, roll all the way down to the ground. 3 more, inhale, lift up, find the top of your bridge. Exhale, roll down. Last one, lift up, find the top of your bridge, pause, shoulders down the back, squeeze your thigh, lift the hips just a little higher, and lower down. Now from here, I want you to stomp into your left foot, and as you exhale, lift up the right foot, right hips, and set both down. Exhale, hips and left foot. Inhale, lower. Exhale, hips and right foot. Inhale, lower. If your hips do not lift up as high as they normally would when we have both feet on the floor, that's of course okay. I'd rather you concentrate on keeping the hips level with one another than trying to lift up as high as you possibly could. Let's do one more set on each side. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. Last one up. Inhale, lower, pause. Once more, hands behind the head, elbows wide, imprint your spine, take a big inhale, curl head and chest up and away. Now take a big inhale, pick up your right leg. Can you pick up your left leg too? If that's too much, you can set the left leg on the ground. Squeeze where your thigh and your glute connect even here. For me, that kind of helps to keep my spine imprinted. If I'm making sure that my glutes and hamstrings are turned on, it's a little easier then to concentrate on that low back working too. Elbows stay wide. Tap your right toe to the ground. Exhale, cinch the waist, lift. Tap your left toe down to the ground. Exhale, cinch the waist, lift. You could set the head down and just do the legs if that's feeling too much. You could, instead of keeping both legs lifted as we go up and down, drop one fully to the ground and just move one at a time. It's okay either way. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Last set. Last one. Pause, squeeze the inner thighs, pull the navel in, reach your fingertips out and away. Take a great big inhale. Big breath out. Again, inhale, swim your hands up over your knees. Exhale, push them down. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, push them down. 3 more, inhale up. Exhale, push them down. Don't forget about that peanut butter. Activate your arms. Last one, bring it down. Pause, flip the palms, slide them open. Trim the waist, return. Slide them open, cinch the waist, return. 3 and 2. Last one. Both feet down, head and chest down. Go ahead and send your hands overhead for a big stretch. Let's roll to our tummy, gracefully or awkwardly, it's okay. Take your hands by your sides. Press your palms into the mat, fanning them wide like we did in our tabletop earlier. And from here, I do have my head lifted a little bit, but that's more so I don't crush my mic. You can lower your head either to touch the ground or just more in line with your shoulders. But gently push your pubic bone into the mat. Reach both feet further away from you. Hug the elbows towards one another. Inhale, roll the shoulders. Lift your head and chest up into a small cobra. Now, oftentimes I see everyone kind of look forward or look up at me at the screen. Don't do that. Look down at your mat and think about the back of the head pushing up to the sky. You could almost tuck your chin to your chest a little bit here, so you really lengthen through those very top vertebrae. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower down. Again, inhale, start by rolling the shoulders, pushing your pubic bone down, pulling the navel in, and then beginning to lift the head, the chest, the shoulders. Exhale, roll down. Inhale, lift up, hug the elbows towards one another, press down into the whole of your fingers, slide the fingertips lightly forward. They don't actually move, but just that feeling of pushing down and sliding forward usually helps to lift up a little bit more. Lower down. If anyone really wants a great big back bend, at this point, if you want to really engage your legs, pushing the tops of the feet down, pushing your pubic bone down, and then starting to roll and maybe beginning to straighten the arms. Now, do you see I'm still kind of looking towards the front edge of the mat? At the very last bit, I can begin to lift my head and chest up, but that bigger, deeper cobra, swan, whatever you want to call it, starts by the lower part of my body lifting up and my head being the very last thing. Take one more big inhale. Slowly bring everything down to the ground. I want you to slide your right hand away from your body and bend your left knee, and then take a twist. Return right back. Slide your right hand in, slide your left hand out. And again, my mic's a little bit in the way, so it's a little bit wonky for me. You probably feel a little less awkward than I do. That's okay. And if you don't roll all the way like I did, that's okay. And if your toe isn't actually touching the ground, it's lifted, that's fine. We're just doing a great big twist here. Come back to center, and then push yourself up to a little kneeling position. From here, let's step our left foot forward. And just a small lunge. Doesn't have to be the biggest, deepest lunge you've ever done. Broaden across the chest, pull your navel up and in, take your hands to your hips at first. Shoulders back, head high. Swim your hands high overhead. Rotate the pinkies towards one another. Grow an inch taller. Squeeze your thigh butt connection point, your thut, on your right side a little bit more, and perhaps lean into your lunge a little bit deeper. At this point, perhaps you take the hands behind the head, push them wide, take a big deep inhale, big breath out, another big inhale, big breath out, unravel, lift the hands high, take them off to a T. Now we're going to bring our left hand in front of our left thigh and stabilize there. So push your left hand into your left thigh and your left thigh back into your left arm. Reach your right hand overhead. Once you have that nice big stabilizing feeling, you can start to lean over to the left. I'm really imagining growing long from my right hip through the side body all the way out my right fingertips. Are you caving the chest in at all? Can you stack the shoulders, broadening across the chest? And again, you might at this point have a little bit more range of motion. It might feel better to stay up. It's okay. Take a big inhale. Slowly bring yourself upright. Go ahead, take your opposite foot in front, opposite foot behind. Doesn't have to be the biggest, deepest lunge, whatever feels best for you. Start with hands on hips, shoulders over hips, head lifts high. Cinch your waist. You might even take a hand to your stomach and to your back to make sure we are not popping into that Beyonce booty. We are pulling our navel in. We are growing up and out of our waist. Big deep breath, hands lift. Big sigh out. Rotate the pinkies in, lift up a little higher, and then again at this point we might lean a little deeper into our lunge if we so choose. Hands behind the head, elbows wide. Take a big breath. Big sigh out. Maybe try a little twist to your right. Look back forward again. And then from here, unravel the hands. Take them out to our T. Take your right hand in front of your right thigh. I am pushing, I'm kind of stabilizing through that right side as I lengthen and reach to the left. And again, for me, the more I think about squeezing the thut on my left side, the more likely I am to lean and deepen that lunge if I want to. You absolutely don't have to. Great big inhale. Big breath out. Slowly unravel. Both hands down to the ground. Take a nice, easy seat. Sit up a little taller, a little straighter. Roll the shoulders back. Lift your head high. Take a big inhale. Big breath out. As always, my friends, give yourself a great big pat on the back. Thank yourself for doing something so good and just for you. I hope this worked out today. Who knows? If it did, maybe I'll start doing some live classes every so often. Maybe it feels a little bit more like we're doing it together. But I hope it was not as bad as I'm imagining it was, because you know the first time you try anything usually is not as successful as you want it to be. So I'm going to pat myself on the back for trying something new today, and I really hope you enjoyed our class. I cannot wait to see you again. Have a great rest of your day.